You are a sensitive soul, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. I still remember being told that you're too sensitive, you're too sensitive. And I felt that that was a bad thing, that I needed to be harder somehow and just not feel anything. Hey, I'm Rosemary Nonny Knight. I am the money minister. I work with action-oriented spiritual people, supporting them to create six-figure incomes in their true design. I believe we're all meant to thrive and prosper, to live free, fulfilled, financially abundant, love-drenched lives. But sometimes the pain, the suffering that we've been through, that we sometimes do not acknowledge, prevent us from moving forward. That pain, that suffering may not seem real almost. And so since someone tells you that you're too sensitive, or you tell yourself that you're too sensitive, you downplay the fact that you feel very strongly some of the stuff that has happened to you. You've buried deep in your soul because it almost felt like you were not supposed to acknowledge it, that it was weak of you to acknowledge it, but it's still there. It's still there, holding you apart from the things that you actually desire. You're not someone to lie down and die. I know. You are powerful. You keep showing up, but you know you're not happy. You have disregarded your pain because the people around you disregarded it. They made you feel as though your pain, your suffering was not valid. You have even considered death at times. But again, you're that strong person. You would never do that. Not really. Because you feel that there are people around you that need you. And you're willing to give and give and give of yourself to them, even though you do not give and give and give to yourself. If you're really, truly honest, you don't even know who you are. You don't know what you really, truly want. For so long, you've been slapping a smile on your face and pretending that the pain that you feel, that you decided was invalid, well, because others told you that it was. You know, it's not, you just need to hide it and get on with life. And you are very efficient at getting on with life. But there's an emptiness. You've probably been religious or very spiritual, reaching out to the divine, but always feeling as though there was a wall between you and the divine. As if there was something that blocked you from receiving the promises, receiving the gifts of that spiritual connection. It always seemed easier for other people than it was for you. And it probably has been. Why? Because you have stuff to deal with. Which is not to say that we're going to stop taking any action whatsoever in the direction of the things that we want in order to just heal, and heal. But I do want you to acknowledge your pain. Because it isn't going away. It's just sitting there, seething, simmering, eating at you, eating at your energy, which is why you feel quite drained and tired a lot of the time. And there's that low-level sadness all of the time, all hidden because you are that capable, altogether person that is not supposed to feel very much. Honey, your suffering was valid. Your pain is valid. You may not even know how to access it anymore. You just know it's kind of there, always in the background. You have a very vivid imagination. You can almost automatically go off and start imagining other people's lives and other people's things. And sometimes that can be quite a good thing because it can be your intuition trying to speaking to you. If you're into Christianity and such, you might have words of knowledge as a result of that ability to just kind of leave your brain and see very vivid pictures of what is happening with somebody else and all of that stuff. But have you noticed that when it comes to actually thinking about your own dreams, your own desires, the life you want to live, you find it so difficult to picture it, to imagine it, to believe it's even possible for you. You don't always use those exact words. You just, in fact, until you get aware of it, maybe now that I tell you, you realize, actually, yes, I can imagine everybody else's story. You can see these vivid pictures of everyone else, but you can't do it for yourself. You do spend a lot of your time outside of your own head, in other people's dramas, other people's noise and nonsense. Do you understand why? You spend a lot of time maybe at your religious organization, sorting this person out and sorting that person out. You spend a lot of time analyzing why this person behaves in this way and that person has behaved in the other way. And yes, you are equally analytical about yourself, but still you don't really know yourself. Because you analyze the surface kind of, but when it gets too painful, you're almost like, oh, I have this to do and I have that to do and I just need to move on and do this and do the other. But the problem for you is this, all the things that you're asking for, wishing for, that you're praying to the divine for, the reason why some of this stuff bubbles up inside of you at times is because the divine is trying to move it out of your way so you can get what you want. But when you just like, oh, no, I'm just going to push that back down and carry on moving in the direction that I think I need to be moving in. I'm going to ignore that little voice inside of me. Guess what happens? You don't get what you want. And then you wonder, why do I feel abandoned? Why do I feel alone? Why do I feel as though everything just is so much harder for me? It's because of this. Your suffering is valid. But you now, because yes, as a child, possibly, someone did say to you, your suffering isn't valid, or someone even, because this happened to me growing up, where someone, they were trying to be nice to me, said, you know what, Rosemary, everybody really likes you. And I didn't really know why. When she said this to me, it was a compliment, yes. But from that moment on, I didn't know how to be myself anymore. I didn't know how to be myself anymore. It was like, what am I doing that is causing people to like me? I need to do more of that, but I don't know what it was because she didn't really tell me what it was exactly that made people like me. So, and I didn't even understand that from that moment on, I became really self-conscious, really careful about how I showed up in the world, really careful about what I said or didn't say. I lost my freedom from that crazy little compliment. And that's something like that happened to you. Either well, probably both. Your suffering was underplayed. They told you to not feel the way you felt. And then they also complimented you on your work ethic or your ability to keep going and blah, 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 blah. But they didn't allow you just to be you. You felt you always had to be whatever they wanted you to be in order to be accepted. But you've been doing this so long now, you don't even know you still do it. And also, as I've already said, it's keeping you from everything that you desire. I strongly urge you to come onto the deliberate millionaire path to peace, purpose, and a six-figure income. Yes, because you want a heck of a lot more money, so you're free to do more of the things that you want to do. But money is not going to solve that feeling of emptiness, that feeling of not knowing who you really truly are. You start that rediscovery of yourself now. Despite having lots of money or not having lots of money, you start that now. The peace, you start building now, regardless of how much money you don't have. Because people like us, it's easy to focus on the money, thinking that once I have the money, everything will be fine. I'll be sorted. It's not true. It's not true. Money will just amplify the pain that you feel, which can also make you scared of making money. So there might be a part of you that is sabotaging your ability to make money because there's a part of you that knows money is not the solution I'm looking for. And I don't actually want to handle my inner world, but you do, because you want to be happy. You want to be peaceful. You want to be abundant. And so, honey, it's time to start paying attention to you more than you pay attention to everybody else. It's time to start giving your suffering and your pain a voice. It will be relieved faster if you give it a voice, rather than pretending it's not there, trying to just push your way through life. You've been pushing and pushing and pushing, and you're still not where you would like to be. It's time to do both the inner work and the outer work. We're not going to stop doing the practical stuff. We're still human beings having a divine experience. No, divine beings having a human experience. So we need to do the practical stuff as well in order to move forward. But we also need to clear out the personality craziness, all the frozen personalities that block us from our true God self. It's time to wake up and be powerful again. You've forgotten, I know, which is why you come on path. You deserve to live an amazing, amazing life, but it will only happen if you claim it. And you will find it impossible to claim whilst you're hiding from you. Much amazing love. Such a pleasure to do these videos with you. I look forward to doing life a bit more closely with you when you're ready. Okay? Much amazing love. Bye.